On the Las Vegas strip tonight. Slip that on and we might miss the fight. Fucking
What's goody? As y'all can see, we made it to Cuba. I originally came from Detroit and I had a layover in Miami. That is where I purchased my visa at the gate through Delta Airlines. Now you can purchase your visa through Cuba's traveling services online. However, you're gonna have to pay shipping costs to get it to your house. I personally didn't want to pay no shipping costs, so I just got mine straight at the airport for $100.
We out here in Cuba with it.
Right now, we're about to go try to get a SIM card for our phones.
We need that, the SIM card. Oh, they don't take cards out here. Don't bring your card, bring all cash.
All cash. And I tried to tell him that he thinking he could use an ATM or like a debit card. I'm like, no, all cash.
Yeah.
But if you from like a different country, you can use your card, I believe. But like United States citizens,
can't use it.
Cash.
Can't use it.
We got our luggage though.
Hey.
Okay, so we couldn't buy the SIM card. So we're gonna try later at a store, or you know, just once we get to like near our Airbnb. But we're not tripping, because even if we gotta disconnect from the world,
we just gonna do that. Hey, live large and take charge.
So according to my knowledge, most carriers in the United States will not work in Cuba, which is why we were looking for a Cuban SIM card. Now, without that Cuban SIM card, the only way we will be able to access internet is through Wi-Fi. Now, that may sound simple. However, Wi-Fi in Cuba is very expensive for Cubans, so it's not easily accessible. On top of that, you need a Wi-Fi card to access it. You can find Wi-Fi all throughout parks, hotels, and many public places in Cuba. Just make sure you have a Wi-Fi card first. These Wi-Fi cards will cost you about $1 per hour. However, finding them can be kind of tricky, as many places may not have them. So just be prepared to disconnect from the world a bit in case you can't find any Wi-Fi cards. All right, y'all, so we have made it to the Airbnb. As you can see, we got a nice little couch right there. I'm gonna show y'all the balcony after, because that's my favorite part. We got the door right here, good little TV. Now we're gonna make our way on into this kitchen. Peep the fridge. You can't say this is a nice fridge. Like, I would want this in my house. Everything is just like super clean. We got a menu, because the Airbnb host, he left like stuff if we want to purchase it. This is the kitchen. Now this is my bedroom right here. I'm taking downstairs because, you know, something happened, I need to be at that door. Yep, we got a nice sized bed. Bathroom, very clean, nice. This is like nice, this pattern. And then we got the toilet. All right, now we're gonna make our way on upstairs. All right, here you can find MJ.
You know it.
This is his room up here. It's pretty much the same layout with the bathroom, the tub to the side, toilet right here. All right, now for my favorite part, this balcony.
Hey, we don't know when you have a good time.
I feel like it's gonna be interesting coming here at night.
Yeah. I can see it. Okay.
All right, so this is outside of our Airbnb in Habana Vieja. We decided to stay there, if I'm being honest, because of the balcony. But it is important to note that Americans cannot stay in government-ran hotels. Staying in a government-ran hotel does not support the Cuban people. Y estamos aquí para apoyar la gente cubana. We're here to support the Cuban people, and that's what we're going to do. We booked a wide range of local activities on Airbnb, and I'll put a link of all of those in the description in case y'all would like to do the same thing. Those local activities will give us an opportunity to learn about Cuban culture and support the people at the same time. So the only thing on our to-do list for the first day was to go visit Yolanda. Yolanda is the host mom of my friend that studied abroad in Cuba, and she is the sweetest lady. So we for sure had to go see her on our first day. So right now where I'm walking is Plaza Vieja. At nighttime, you'll find people eating. You'll see a bunch of restaurants, people just out all night enjoying themselves. And I would say it is a relatively safe area. I felt very comfortable coming through here at nighttime. I feel comfortable in all of Cuba, honestly. And I was born in Detroit, Michigan, and I'm from Pontiac, Michigan. And when I say I 100% feel more safe in Cuba than I do in my own city, that go to show you something. It go to show you something for real. It's really dope though because this place, Plaza Vieja, is only like a 5-minute walk to the Airbnb. As y'all can see, we just walked around a little bit, got a feel for the environment. And when I say just from that little stroll, I immediately told myself, we need more time in Cuba. So yeah, like I said, we wanted to go visit Yolanda. So we really didn't know how the transportation worked yet, but luckily she explained all of that to us when we went to her house and we went out to eat. And it was just a vibe. She taught us a lot in our first day that would be very beneficial for our time in Cuba. Now, the reason we struggled getting a taxi is because we didn't understand how the currency worked. I thought I did because I had my good old conversion app on my phone, but it was completely inaccurate to how things are in Cuba. So the rate depends on who you're talking to at that moment. Some people, $1 equals 120 Cuban pesos. For other people, $1 equals 240 pesos. So always ask what the exchange rate is at the place you're about to purchase something. And shout out to Yoli for explaining all of that to us. We really enjoyed talking with her our first night. What's up, y'all? As y'all can see, we're in the car. I ain't gonna say what's up. I'm gonna say buenos dias, good morning, because it's the morning time. Buenos dias. We're en route to go do a photo shoot with a local Cuban. Now, we were given a meetup spot and we had a taxi driver take us there. Now, for the local activities on Airbnb that do not include transportation, you can actually pre-book a taxi driver to take you to the meetup point. It costs like $11 each way, but it's a convenient way to set up a driver prior to going to Cuba and not have to worry about finding one the day of your activity. So our meeting point with our photographer was in front of this hotel, and as you can see, he arrived, and now we're on our way to our classic car to begin our photo shoot.
Our car.
Now, if you're interested in doing this photo shoot, I wouldn't recommend booking a classic car tour because it's included within the photo shoot. Even outside of this photo shoot, many other local experiences on Airbnb include classic car rides. So I wouldn't just book a classic car ride because throughout your time in Cuba, whether if it's taking a taxi, you'll most likely enter a classic car. Now, while these classic cars may be cool or dope to us, it is important to understand why Cubans still drive these cars today. Due to the U.S. embargo, they do not receive imports on cars or car parts. Now, Imagine how difficult that may be for a Cuban person to have to upkeep with these cars and deal with the maintenance. I know with my Jeep Patriot, it's already giving me too many problems. So I couldn't imagine having to upkeep one of these cars. The classic cars are beautiful though, and the Cubans really do take care of them. But don't just think Cuba is all aesthetic and just cool because of the cars. There are a lot of struggles that the Cuban people deal with, and it is important to understand that when you do decide to go to Cuba to help support the people. Now, we went to so many different locations for these pictures, and I feel like that shows how dedicated and determined our photographer is, because he had everything ready. Like, we just get in the car, next thing you know, we pulled up to the next little spot. And it was all dope, all different, unique pictures. And I think Cuba is a beautiful country despite all of the things that go on there, because I feel like what makes a country beautiful is the people. Now, I really, really enjoyed this photo shoot. Only thing I got a problem with is the sun in Cuba. Why was I sweating bullets the whole time? Like, I'm saying it was so hot, like teacher breath that just drunk coffee. It's 6 a.m. in the morning and they just ate an egg salad type hot. That's how hot it was in Cuba. I had like a napkin the whole time wiping my face. And see, the pictures came out real sweet. Like, I'm not even lying. You could just you could just tell they gonna be dope. But I'm not gonna show y'all, because if y'all want to see the pictures, y'all could go to my Instagram. Yeah, go to my Instagram, and if you ain't got Instagram, make an Instagram and follow me and like my pictures. So after feeling like Kanye and Kim Kardashian at the red carpet, we took a little stroll to a nearby bar to get a drink with our photographer. He included it within the photo shoot. And after that, we just talked and we enjoyed each other and we got to know each other a bit. And I would say that was my favorite part of the photo shoot, was talking to him and getting to know him. Now, after having us a good old drink or two, we decided to get going. We just kind of walked through the area, wanted to see if we would find something that was worth seeing. We didn't have anything planned except for our cigar class, which would be later that evening. Now, anybody that knows me know that I love coconut. I would literally mop the ocean for a good old coconut. So we was walking, we seen him, so I had to get one. So we was playing photography, playing pictures all day. So we went ahead and found us a nearby nice little establishment, get something to eat. Okay, it was nice vibes. It was empty, but it was nice. It was a rooftop. It had dope views. You got to see the streets, and it was cool though. It was nice.
Oh, it's good.
Now, we ate at a local restaurant, and I would get a rice and beans, the arroz con frijoles or arroz con habichuela. I know y'all be saying beans different in each Spanish country, but the rice and beans, I give it a 10 out of 10. The tostones, they were a bit greasy, but I will say, take note of this. In Cuba, the food may not always be the best quality. It's because there's a shortage on ingredients. There's a shortage on everything. So just appreciate every meal that you do have in Cuba. So we just went ahead and walked around a little bit, hoping to find something interesting, in which we did. All right, hear me out. I feel like I got rhythm, but Latin rhythm, that's a whole different type of rhythm that I don't have. Like, I could do the little Soul Train type dances, the little hustles and the little line dances, but Latin rhythm, I'm still working on it. So we made it back to the Airbnb, and when I say I went straight for that bed, up until it was our next local activity, of course.
I'm trying to tell you. Big one.
this one?
Flavor. Okay. Then you want to make sure you're not about to smoke a dry cigar. Cigars must be kept in an 80% humidity environment. When they're not, they will tend to go. So just gently press it or pinch it a little bit just to make sure that parts of the wrapper
Like it's not
will not
crunchy.
be falling off easily. Make this happen. Don't go like
Right.
that. But make sure you make a firm cut. You do not go hesitating. Just do it.
Just like that.
Because if you start like going back and forth here, this end can get rigged.
Yeah.
And then when you're smoking, you're gonna be like
Little pieces. of-
spitting pieces of tobacco out of your mouth.
This is a good spot.
Yeah.
Without
Butane.
the chemicals in it.
Exactly. You don't have one of these? Use a barbecue match, the long ones.
Okay.
Why? The head part in the match contains sulfur. If you go like and bring it immediately to the cigar, part of this sulfur will be infused into the cigar, polluting its flavor.
You gotta evenly roast it. You gotta roast it. There's no taste for chicken.
My cigar is great. Now I'm cooling it a little bit to avoid overheating. Beautiful.
Y'all, mind you, I've never smoked anything in my life. So this was like a unique experience for me. Look at me over here trying to practice how I'm gonna like try to blow it. I don't know. I was nervous, okay?
Look at the amount of smoke now.
You want to still switch it around?
No, just a normal sip. The one is not as unpleasant as the first one. Now it's a little bit
Oh
sweet.
yeah, it's very sweet. Like when you
And the more you smoke, the better it gets. Now you've got the mechanics. The only thing you have to do is enjoy your cigar, sit back, relax. Every time you feel that the flavor of the cigar is kind of overwhelming your mouth, take a sip of rum to.
Yo, when I say I got the hang of it so quick, call me Smoky Wokey. I was smoking like how Sugar was smoking on Friday. On next Friday, y'all know what I'm talking. I'm finna put the scene up here so y'all know what I'm talking about.
God damn. I know why you got her now, huh?
See, I was excited that, you know, I mean, I don't smoke. I don't really care to smoke. I never try like marijuana. I'm not a smoker, okay? I don't like hookah. I don't like cigarettes. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to smoke. But MJ here, he's a professional smoker. He's been smoking since he was 6 months. So this was nothing to him. Like, you know, he could do all the tricks. He could do a backflip while he's smoking. You know, it's nothing. This was exciting for me. And I know the cigars in Cuba are a really big thing. And coming into this experience with no prior knowledge on cigars really made this experience dope for me. And I 10 out of 10 recommend it for everyone. Now, y'all know I don't like anything up. I don't even like lighting candles, for real. But like, that was a 10 out of 10 experience. So I'm gonna list every Airbnb experience we did. So y'all be sure to check that out. Cause it was 10 out of 10.
I'm finna say.
All right, so we just went walking and we made our way to the National Hotel. What's interesting about Cuba is many of the places need structure. Y'all know what I'm saying. They need improvements. They need developments. They need help on a lot of their buildings, their apartments, a lot of things. But this hotel was very, very fancy. And it's because it's a government building. Government buildings seem to be the only thing that's upkept in Cuba, which is pretty sad because money deserves to be put into the communities for the people. We're leaving
Leaving the hotel. We ain't staying here, y'all. It's illegal to stay there. But
Yeah. What
It's
is it?
illegal.
What hotel is it though? I forgot.
oh,
Now we're going to Fábrica de Arte.
what's the name of this hotel?
Nacional?
Internacional.
Okay, yeah. All right, so as y'all know, we have no cell service in Cuba. The only way we can get on the internet is on Wi-Fi. Luckily, our Airbnb offers Wi-Fi, but out in public, we don't have any sort of internet. The only way we can get on internet, like I said, is through Wi-Fi, which requires a Wi-Fi card. Now, the hotel had Wi-Fi cards and Wi-Fi, so we bought Wi-Fi cards and we just kind of relaxed a little bit at the hotel. They had like a nice outside setting, a bunch of places to sit. So we just waited in like the common areas, used up the Wi-Fi. And we are arriving to our next destination, which is Fábrica de Arte, which is kind of like an art museum slash club slash bar slash live music. All I know is it was lit. So we got there extremely early. We got there like right when it opened. So of course it wasn't super jumping yet, but it was just nice to kind of walk through and see the artwork without having a huge crowd there yet.
Food trucks right here. How we do? Wanna walk through there first? Oh, they got. I should have got something from there.
Now, I love live music. Like, that's my go-to. So once I heard that music, I'm like, I gotta follow the music. I would say this place is very dope. Like, all up under one roof, you get music, you get people, you get food, drinks, and it's art at the same time. And I can see why it's been voted as one of the world's greatest places. So after checking out each art exhibit or area, we went ahead and got this like chicken Cuban sandwich. I don't know if it's a Cuban sandwich, I don't know. But when I say the sandwich was 10 out of 10. So after leaving the art factory, we ended up walking around near our Airbnb and we went over to Plaza Vieja and we stopped at this restaurant called La Vitola. And they told us that they were going to have live music tomorrow. So we plan to come back tomorrow and enjoy it and see what they got. All right, so we finally done made it to day 3. And today we got a big plan of activities, okay? We starting off with this good old bike tour. Now, I know we're going to be real tired from that, so I don't know. We gonna see how the second activity go. But we was jamming out in this car. Like he picked us up in the classic car, and he had the vibes, the music going.
Gracias.
Nice to meet you. I'm gonna be your host today. Okay? Put to each other into the sidewalk. Okay? Always following my instructions. Very easy. Don't worry. Like right.
Now, I will say if you're not like an athletic person or a person who enjoys exercise, this may not be the activity for you. It is like a 2 hour, I don't even know, but it's a couple hours on a bike. But you do stop, you get off, you try local food. But MJ, he couldn't handle it, so if you and MJ in the same category, don't book it.
We take it out, and we are this house in the top that we call Mojito Pior. There is grapes over there. Now there are not too many.
So as you can see, we stopped at a local market, and this is also an area where many Cubans who live within this area come to pick up their food rations. Forgive me though, I can't remember the name of everything we tried, but I believe this is sugarcane water. It was good. It was like, I feel like I got a rush of energy after drinking it. So yeah, we just continued to try more local food near the market. It was actually good, and the fact that people are cooking it fresh on the street. I feel like in the United States, a lot of times when we go places, we do not get fresh food. So this was cool, and it was different food that I've never tried before. So we continued riding, and we got off at many different places. One of the places we got off at was the Plaza of Revolution. And as you can see, Fidel Castro is on one of the buildings. So after riding all throughout Havana, Cuba, we stopped at a restaurant and we actually got food. I think I got tostones rellenos. I don't remember the name, but I think it was like stuffed tostones. I don't know, y'all can see. But yeah, we picked back up and we got back on them bikes and we got back on that road. Now I will say I 100% enjoyed this and I was cool. But see, after all this stopping and eating, MJ was about to fall out, and we kept stopping and we even tried more food.
Try this one. Let me know.
Y'all, we ain't even halfway into the whole Cuba experience yet. So go to part 2 to check out what else we do. Cause this video getting kind of long, and I ain't gonna keep it that long. We gonna break it up. So be sure to check out part 2 to see what's next.